Celebrating Women's History on Wish TV. Brought to you by LCS Heating and Cooling, McDonald's, and Lennar Homes.
Well, the sports arena is often seen as a man's domain, but Pacers Sports and Entertainment Executive VP of Facility Operations proves it's just as much a woman's world.
Yeah, and tonight, as we celebrate women making history, we spend time with Mel Raines. Over the last few years, she has played a major role in some of Indy's biggest sporting events. News 8's multicultural reporter Katira Winfrey has the story.
Raines has a long background in politics, so you may wonder, how did she end up in sports? Well, first, it's always been a passion, but she says the focus it takes to manage a major political event is the same focus you need to run the engine that is Pacers Sports and Entertainment. From the Super Bowl, March Madness, to adding a little flair, delivering the bid that ultimately named Indianapolis home for the 2024 NBA All-Star Game.
It just showed them from the beginning that we don't do events here like everybody else.
Even up against the bigger cities, Indiana can compete. And is that part of your mission too, to let people know Indiana can stomp with the big dogs?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we are known as being a great event host. I think what we're about to embark on in the month of March is just another example of that. No other city has hosted every single game of the NCAA tournament, and we're excited to be a big part of it here. We're going to probably have 16 games between first and second round and the Sweet 16.
Mel Raines is behind a lot of the work making sure the city snags these opportunities. She's the Executive VP of Facility Operations for Pacers Sports and Entertainment at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. A dozen years working in politics, she's been part of a few political teams: Senator Dan Coates, Congresswoman Susan Brooks, and former Vice President Dick Cheney. How does the politics world and the sports world collide when you're talking about the different elements of your job?
Yeah, you know, politics was a great background for this. There are a lot of parallels, I would say. You know, we work for an NBA team, but we work for the Simon family. You're working for an office, but you're really working for a person or a family, and that's been very similar. Things change every day in politics, and things change every day around here. Even when we're operating in a non-COVID environment, we're constantly making changes. We get last-minute requests for things.
Bankers Life is in the middle of a $360 million renovation. There has been interior upgrades to seating, concession, and more, and ultimately wrap up with a pavilion expansion and exterior improvements. Raines is also one of the many behind making sure it all gets done.
This city is made up of an army of volunteers, both young and some with more experience, who really do make this whole engine go.
Raines says it's a tough job, and she is here to do it.
You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but if you're the hardest working, I think you can do really well.
Raines said with March Madness happening this month, they are constantly looking to make improvements, and in the meantime are preparing to host another series of major sport events in the coming years if the pandemic allows it. She says the plan is to make the 2024 All-Star Game unlike any the NBA has ever had. For more on our Celebrating Women's History Month series, you can go to wishtv.com.